So we got to train everybody. I wanted to do 7 p.m. Eastern just because, well, let's just take a poll. Who is on the East Coast on the Zoom right here, for example? Who's on the East Coast? Just put a 1 in the chat if you're on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast, so it helps me kind of get people signed up like afterwards. So if you're on the East Coast, just let me know. Is this helpful to have them earlier in the day? So we don't want people falling asleep because I get a complex. If people start yawning and saying, oh my God, I got to get some coffee and I can't stay awake, I really worry. So Central Time. Okay, cool. So we're going to try to keep this, time slot, throughout the fall. And again, the 90-day momentum is going to, end right around November 10th. And so, and believe it or not, that's actually going to be the day that we're having a shower for my daughter. So I don't know if you heard the news, but I'm going to be a grandmother. So I'm excited. My hubby and I are very excited about being grandparents. So I'm going to make sure everybody understands that if they thank you, Lee, that if anyone has any questions, to make sure you jump on training Zooms, because I won't have a lot of time between now and by the time the baby arrives to be, answering questions through Messenger, especially support. I have told my support team, hey, you gotta, if it's a question for me, I totally understand it. But otherwise, please jump on the Zoom if you have questions, okay? Does that make sense to everybody tonight? Time freedom after all, right, is what we're after. So if you have any questions, you definitely want to just jump on a Zoom. All right. All right, Rob, we're live on our YouTube channel, and he's got the big hat on again tonight. If anyone wants to know, these hats are for sale. Now, these hats are specially made, so they're about $120. And so if you want the hat, see the hat, you can actually let my son know. You can get a Get Fearless Freedom hat and let my son know. So don't send me a message, say, hey, Tammy, I want a hat. But honestly, it's a great conversation piece. It's a great conversation starter to have an actual hat that says Get Fearless Freedom on it. And I do a lot of, offline. I'm kicking up the offline ads. So the co-op is full, by the way. We're going to be going into the one of the publications offline. And of course, the elite people that have access to that will be in that offline co-op for the fall. I'm super, super excited about that. So if you want, do more offline advertising, it's really effective. I mean, people will, see your website. If you do it effectively, we have the postcard at the top level. So Rob, do you want to go ahead and start the presentation? And then I'll just add my training that I want to do towards the end. And it looks like we have maybe one guest on here. Now, who is not a member? If you can put in the chat. Yeah, Robert's going to be an uncle. And not just a dog uncle. Right now he takes care of his nephew, which is a canine. So does who in here is not a member? I want to see who's not a member. I think we have just one. I recognize everybody's name, so. And Glenn keeps getting kicked out for some reason. I'm not sure why. So he's back on. Okay, there he is. All right, so sometimes the internets are kind of slow. But anyway, let's get this started. Rob, if you want to go ahead and start the presentation, he's going to do presentation for everybody again, and we're doing a hybrid. And again, just the reason why I love, these Zooms is so you guys can see kind of what I do. And this is why I want you guys to know that when I kick off my business, I'm always driving traffic. It's one of my favorite ways to do it. And I do it with click traffic. Okay. So you can get traffic to your websites and building your list. Okay. So we'll show you guys what that looks like. And away we go. And I love the background that you have there. $10,000. That's exactly what I shoot for every week. So go ahead, Rob, kick it off and we'll get started.
All right, all right. Awesome, awesome.
I gotta make you co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about that. There you are, making you co-host.
Cool. All right. So this is exciting Zoom. This is going to be our electrified Zoom going forward on how we perform our Zooms. Totally brand new, changing it up in the community. So we are just on the groundbreaking of what we're about to do in our community. So you might definitely want to start grabbing a hold, inviting more people because this is going to get very insane with what we have tonight and what we're going to be doing.
Yes.
So this is our, let me get my presentation here. Presentation. Okay, awesome. Just gotta make sure Zoom can let me. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is on recording, and thank you for tuning in. If you're tuned in as a replayer, it would be great that you watch the whole thing through. We have a lot of goodies throughout this entire presentation. Whoever you invited, or you're tagging them as as an invite back, I'm not tagging as a replay, then get back to the person that invited you as a tag. Of course, no distractions going on. This is going to be worth watching the whole way through. Make your popcorn, because tonight is going to be totally different than usual. We have some bonuses towards the end, and I'm not talking actual digital bonuses. I'm talking physical bonuses. So you're going to see exactly what we mean by that, because this is going to be literally game changing. And I just cannot wait to show you guys. Um, all right, so of course, get back to the person that invited you tonight. If you are a person that is a guest and you're tuning in as right now or replay, then you want to get back to who invited you. We have a very simple model, and we have a community model that goes back dating to really when we first began. Was a lot of communities have actually copycatted what my mom and I have done, but it's inviting to Zooms and actually making money on automation. And this is where we want to make sure the rubber meets the road. And we want to make sure that if you guys, right, actually invited, and I'm talking in purposes of, new people, if you invited people to the Zoom, then you can make that money as well. If you don't invite anyone, hey, whatever. These Zooms are for general knowledge, right? And so that's why the question appears right here. Do you want freedom? Now, freedom doesn't mean you wait a whole week, and look around and end up on a Monday and just don't do a thing. Freedom means that you can take advantage of a system that you do market and you do put only an hour per day into, and you're able to get the success that we have been seeing. So that's why we wanted to be the solution, right, to the world's marketing problem. There's a big issue. There's a big gap going on. There's a lot of fakery. There's a lot of, different stuff out there that you just get tired of seeing. And you want to make money doing it the right way. And that's why we came up with this incredible system. And this is a internet-based business. It's so easy. And you can get direct to you $2,000. Now, if you really feel this is awesome and you're like, wait a minute, okay, so it's an internet-based business. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but making $2,000 sounds pretty good. So put a $2,000 in the chat. I love it blowing up. If you would love to actually have that come to you, Teresa would love it coming to her. Tony would, Glenn, everyone, right? Everyone would love that. I know I personally love when I make $2,000, right? And so that's what the key reflection point we got to actually keep in our head tonight. We have to understand that we made this system where it's not an MLM, it isn't Forex, it's not crypto, and it's no BS, which is the coolest thing. So that's why we came up with a very, very simple thing. If you can capture emails, you can make money online. And you're thinking, wow, I can't believe that. You mean if I can capture emails, I can make money online? This is insane. And that's actually why we are breaking people out of the matrix. We are giving them that lifestyle, the Get Fearless Freedom lifestyle. And at 29 years old, I am debt free. I have a fully paid off vehicle. I get to travel around the world. I get to go state to state around the world. And I'm 29 years old. Just to think about that. Date yourself back to 29 years old. Did you have that opportunity? Maybe you did. Maybe you're just on here for leisure. Maybe you're here for extra income. Maybe you're here for automated income. Well, at 29 years old, I'm very, very grateful for this position because I took the action daily to make it happen. But I knew there was a system that I could plug in and actually do it for me. See, there's always action. Nothing in life is for free. Nothing in life is daily. Nothing in life is guaranteed as a pay, right? But what you have to understand, you have to guarantee yourself your own self, right? You have to wake up in the morning and understand that you can plug into something that is actually guaranteed in automation. So that's why we created this. It's so cool. We don't have to worry about this, guys. The stock market going down, the crypto market, the Forex, the Japan dollar, the you name it. You see it on the internet, you see it on your television. We don't like this, right? I don't like numbers. I do love numbers, but I don't like these numbers. And so that's why we are inviting you to a top secret invite tonight. We're top sponsors. Yes, the gurus you see online, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. They are actually not sharing with you what is happening in the behind the scenes. 1 hour per day. That's it. Yes, that is it. We've calculated and figured out exactly what my mom and I do, and we go, yes, that's about 1 hour. And it's actually insane how much you can do in just 5 minutes online, let alone 30 minutes. And now you're into 1 hour. Very, very simple automated income system. We have to ask ourselves, if the webinar I'm on tonight, if it can close my sales, if it can set up my members, I don't do any of that, right? The person you're watching and tuning in. They have a done for you emailing marketing system. Their social media images are all completed for me. And they call back my own leads. Of course, that's where I asked myself, would I be interested? I had to ask myself. And so if you wanted to comment down below, 2000 again, I like the 2000s. 2000, I love interaction with you guys. But $2,000, just imagine that. If you could have a system that works for you, just like that, so you can comment that. I love seeing the comments. Thank you very much. So we have an incredible callback team. And no, they're not monkeys. No, they are not. They're not my little friend back here, my little Iron Man guy. It's an entire amazing team where they can actually call your sales and close them for you. And of course, we have our 1-800 number. This is a number you can screenshot, you can write down, and this is the number that you can call in and tune in and actually get your answer, final questions answered, and bingo, you are in the system. We also came down with a motto. We said an hour sometimes is too much for people. I'm amazed at how many people want to be multimillionaires, but never ever want to put in work. I've never met a millionaire that has actually never worked. I've never have. They may eventually have it where it works for them, but in the beginning, they knew the grind. And that's why we wanted to mitigate the grind best we could do. So down to 5 minutes, as simple as launching a campaign within this system, you'll see that's what we're going to do. We're going to train tonight. I'm going to show you that with our click traffic as well. Some bonus stuff tonight. Of course, you don't have to be the mystery man behind the computer. You can plug into play into our system, be able to take full advantage of this. Get fearless freedom. We have a family here, awesome family. We have my sister, her soon-to-be fiance. We have my father and my mother and myself. And we actually are a family-owned operation. So ever since 2019, excuse me, real quick for water. I'm sorry, I talk a lot. Ever since 2019, we have created something that we didn't like seeing in the industry. We saw a lot of companies come and go. And by the way, tons of companies come and go. You'll not see the same company in 6 months from now, 3 months from now, especially the ones that are not in compliance. The get-rich systems are going to go out the door. Have you seen the regulations that are out there? It's insane. So what we built is something that we wanted to make long lasting. 2019, we came up with this brilliant idea of helping anyone online, but also making it very, very simple. And I mean actually simple when you get in, not simple on a presentation, simple when you get in. And so that's why we built that foundation. And we have our money now or later simple model, right? Cool kid on the block. We wanted to make sure that this worked for you. Easy business created. Simply advertise and make that money. So, of course, like always, and every single presentation on the record, always, we make sure to cover this. This is something that not a lot of people like to talk about, but it's absolutely needed. Earnings disclaimer. Okay. So, everything you do in life is actually not guaranteed. It's actually not. Even me breathing, oxygen could cut off from the atmosphere, right? We'd all be gone. So nothing is guaranteed. However, with faith, dedication, and desire, and your motivation into our incredible system, that's when the action and the results can happen. So that's why I like to talk about that. And of course, copyright disclaimers, Fair Use Act, reporting, scholarship, research, criticism, and commentary. We created this automated income system. Done for you, business in a box. And you guys are going to see what we mean by business in a box. And Mom, could you take over real quick? My throat.
Yeah, sure. So he leaves me with the actual excitement, the part where I'm excited for tonight. So yeah, so the done for you is essentially where you don't have to program this, you don't have to figure out what to say, what products to actually resell with digital marketing. You can literally have this up and running within probably 7 to 10 minutes. Okay. And I've seen people do it. Actually, we've had this revamp since 2019. We started with the 200 level. We added the 500 level. We added 1,000 level. That was in 2019. Actually, we had the 300 level in 2019 too as well. So, but what we've added was the 2,000 level. And so we're going to show everybody here tonight that is interested in the 2,000 level, which of course, a lot of people on here love high ticket, right? If you guys like high ticket, let me know. We have a business in the box for you. It's just something that we thought of. We were like, Rob's like, you know what? I just want people to experience this. We want more people to be able to join in. So we have an actual business in a box, and we truly mean that here tonight. So we've been running around a little bit today. So our voices are just like, it was like a dust storm. But we want people to know that we've like kind of upped the ante, so to speak, here with Get Fearless Freedom. And the other thing is if you're onto the Zoom and you're thinking, well, I have other income streams right now, that's fine. You can actually plug in to Get Fearless Freedom. You can log into the back office. You can create capture pages for any other opportunity. And that's what I've used it for 5 years. So I brought a little, what does anyone know what this says on here? It's actually, they don't make these anymore. They can't, right? But anyway, this is fake. It's a fake $1 million bill. But it's kind of a gimmicky thing, right? When you think about it. But when you think about if you didn't have to put all this together and you're already plugging into an existing sales funnel where you don't have to figure out, okay, now I got to get this capture page, or that capture page is outdated or whatever. I've literally been using this for 5 years. Okay. So I just wanted everybody to know that. So it is literally a self-service business. And I was explaining before I went live on my YouTube channel and before I started recording that honestly, when you're getting into business for yourself, okay, and this is different. This is different than a job, a job, which is to me just over broke. But I'm just saying it's different because you're able to work when you want, where you want. And so that's what we wanted for everybody for Get Fearless Freedom. I just want that to be clear tonight. Like the reason why I do Monday Zooms and keep showing up every single Monday, whether I'm going to do a lead generation or tonight's a hybrid and explaining what this is about, right? But the 7-minute video is literally converting people without even having to be near my computer. Like I see it happen all the time. Happened today. So I'm just telling people, like literally you can have this and plug it in and then work it whenever you want to work it. If you can't show up on a Monday night, don't worry about it. You can get a replay. You can jump on the YouTube and get the replays. But I just want people to know that traditionally, before I had an internet-based business, I always had to be there. Like before, like when Bob and I used to run our mortgage broker business, we literally had to go around belly to belly, knocking on attorneys' doors and going all through this stuff with accountants and trying to get and strum up business. Does anybody remember those days? It used to be really, really hard. Now we're kind of spoiled because everything's like done for you and all these kinds of words, right? But it means that you still got to what? Drive it. Like you still got to drive traffic to your actual pages. Otherwise, no one's going to know anything about you. Does this make sense tonight? I hope so. So anyway, Rob, if you want to continue, then we'll get to the nitty gritty, which is obviously the sign up process tonight, and then getting everybody the bonuses that do take the action tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my throat, I swear. I talk a lot. Yeah,
Actually, you don't.
so
This is like the only time you've talked today. I've talked to a few people
true,
on the phone for
true.
callback, but yeah, the most of the time his website's doing the exciting selling and telling for him.
Exactly. What I mean by is I go to karaoke nights. I'm just gonna give a
True.
confession. I go to
True.
karaoke nights
That's a
on my free
confession.
time and I really, go all out. So that's why I have these raspy voices. But so the cool thing is we actually give you the ads, okay? And the ads are one of the biggest things that people overlook when they join a business, right? They get in a business, they're like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? Is
Hmm.
there leads available? All of that. We're going to cover that tonight because we actually have the leads as well. Powerful lead sources in 4 places with an hour per day. That's it, 1 hour per day. And the cool thing is you never have to ship these products. We handle the shipping with other factors that are going to be talked about tonight. And the digital products, right? So there's digital. These are all digital. So when you're selling Get Fearless Freedom, you don't have to worry about, hey, I gotta, mail this out or whatever. It's where you get paid 100%. Yes, not 80%, not 90, 50, 60. 100% of the commissions you make by reselling this amazing software and tools and products. So that's why the evolution has, all over time been here. The 200 we had starting out in 2019, we saw people really wanted to make more money, of course. So a couple years later, 2023 rolls around and it really just pushed us over the edge into creating the 500 level and then the 1,000 level actually. And so it's been really amazing to see, the progression. And now we have a $2,000 level that you can make those 100% commissions. Of course, we give you the ads. I always want to, cover this often because of how easy, and that's what you get when you do join as well. There's a
Let me
huge
make that
important.
clear real quickly. So there's some people on here, and like I said, this is kind of open house style. So, and people are getting used to the earlier time slot. Like I said, it's just because of my schedule changing. But I just want people to understand something. So when you hear commission structure, normally online, normally, you'll hear, okay, you're going to get a percentage or a piece of it. Like, for example, like today, someone got a $2,000 sale, 2000, okay, $2,000. So you're literally flush. You're literally in profit after you make your second sale. I want people to understand that this is not a portion of what you're getting unless you want me to close the sale. And then, of course, if you want me to speak to the person on the phone and things like that, I just want people to understand how important 100% commissions is, because there's a lot of other companies out there, okay, that are paying 25% or whatever. Your time is valuable. So whatever your time is spent online, for me, my time is 1 hour a day. Okay. 1 hour a day of lead generation. I'm on and I'm off. That's it. And I, of course, email everybody's leads. Okay. So that takes me maybe another 5-10 minutes to think of the email that I'm going to send out. Like for tonight, I sent out an email for everybody to get on for tonight. So that took me another 10 minutes. Yes, that's me literally sitting down at my computer and typing in the email to get everybody here to a Zoom tonight, for example. So the technology, I have it. I have the technology. But what I'm saying is that your time that you're spending online, you need to get paid good for it. Does that make sense? Like when Rob makes a sale, it's because oh wow, I put up a Craigslist ad, mom, and because I put up a Craigslist ad, I made a $500 sale. So your time that you're spending online is important. So instead of scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, it's now time to actually make the sales. Does that make sense, everybody, tonight? So you post the ads. All you got to do is post the ads and then let the sales system do the work. I love it. Been doing this for 12 years. So I must love it. So, and speaking of one of my $2,000 sales, here we go. We got Kianta just coming on right now. So I just want people to know that this works. You know, new people keep joining. So go ahead, Rob. We'll go through the evolution of the digital marketing. We all know things are changing like crazy every single day. And of course, they're going to have a new, platform probably next year. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, marketing really, really actually changes a lot
It does.
because dopamine levels in human beings have never been at their highest ever
That's
in
correct.
our entire creation. So when you have, Zooms like these, or you have any type of product out there, the value of something actually is right in front of a person, but then they don't see it always. So with marketing, you have to be very like on top of it because our dopamine levels just it already hit the high, just like a movie. You see a really
Right.
good movie, that type of situation. So the evolution has really, gone even back, of course, the 90s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And I was amazed when I started seeing this, when I started seeing the whole picture. Now, I've always been a techie guy. My first ever computer, I'll never forget it. I had the 2010 MacBook Pro, and I'll never forget that. Mom's like, you got to make money on that thing. And I did. I actually did. And I even had use of a personal computer and I made money with that. So mom has always told me throughout my whole life, you got to get online. You got to make this happen, boy. So that's where it really has clicked with me. I saw, how can we take average folks and actually make them win, throughout this digital marketing evolution. We have to take a time machine back. We have to go back to the California gold rush. And we're like, wait a minute, these guys don't look too happy. The dog looks happy. Dogs are always happy. But the gold rush was made where the shovels, the blue jeans, the people that made all the extras on the outside actually made the money. It wasn't the folks that made or got the gold. Now, yes, sure, gold may have hit, but it was very rare compared to the guys that sold the picks and the shovels. And so throughout time and throughout marketing, you've seen it everywhere. I'm sure, and I don't want to date anyone on here, but I am sure you have seen some of these ads throughout your life. I know you have. I haven't. I'm 29 years old, but I'm sure
I
some of
can't
you
remember
folks.
those, but now I start remembering.
I don't. You know what? Let me correct myself. I don't think anyone has seen it because we're all 21 here, right, on this
Right.
Zoom. So okay,
Yep. Yep. We're all
love to
21
joke
and
around.
sticking to it.
Exactly. Stick to it. But yeah, ads have always been there, right? We always have seen that ad, ads in front of us. And then the digital marketing of 2024, that's where we're trying to establish ground, trying to figure out what works, what does not work. It's so much out there. What if we could be a piece of the pie? What if everyone on here could get into Get Fearless Freedom and be a part of, piece of the pie? And that's why we figured out, you know what? We got to be the blue jeans of 2024. We understand that software and tools always sell because they always need to be sold around what is existing out there or maybe as a standalone product. And that's why what's really cool at the Get Fearless Freedom Casino, we cover the traffic, the training, and the techiness all for you. So yes, we do have the lead sources. We do have the training that's absolutely phenomenal in the back office of Get Fearless. And I myself cover all the techiness and we have incredible support. So there's no excuses why not to plug into our four places that are $2,000 with 1 hour per day work days. So we came it down, we brought it down to the earth level and said, look, Facebook, Meta, and Instagram, YouTube, Craigslist, and email marketing slash click traffic. Now, the slash parts, of course, are basically one and the same because Facebook is Instagram, Instagram is Facebook. It's essentially all in together, right? And so,
Yep.
four places we make it happen. And we're showing it right here where we all make it happen. And so we give you those ads. So this is where my mind thinks, right? My mind thinks, wait a minute. So if I see the four places and they give me the ads, that's a Willy Wonka success, right? And so that's why with Mr.
That's how you make
Captain,
the chocolate.
yes, that's right.
How
And
we make
Mr.
the chocolate.
That's how we make it. And with Mr. Captain Automation over
He knows that's
here,
my favorite movie, by the way. I love Willy
yes,
Wonka. Love Willy Wonka. Who else likes the Willy Wonka movie? I love it. I love the Charlie, goes and he gets the golden ticket, and he rushes home and he's like, "Yay, I got the golden ticket." I sing it in my head. Anyway,
gold right there, right?
yes.
Golden logo.
Yep.
Totally, totally. And the cool thing is you don't have to get on camera like a lot of those folks teach you, you know? Get on there, Teresa, get on there, Christina, get on there and do a TikTok. Dance your heart's content. You don't have to do that with Get Fearless Freedom. It's pretty cool. We give you the ads, we give you all the different copy for reels if you want to turn them into them and have the different types of content that are just like these, and
Yep.
you get them on day one. So you have here on more examples that are just a whole collage of examples that we use. And you can never get tired with these ads because it's constantly different ads that are being pushed out. We have here throughout the themes of what's going on throughout the year. When the eclipse happened, I made I made an image there. Jellyfish as easy as swimming like a jellyfish. We have ads like this. So we created four powerful levels. We wanted to make sure how can our audience, how can our customers, how can our members, and actually take all of those, erase those, how can our family members, is how we want you to be at the Get Fearless Freedom Casino. Not many casinos treat people like family. I noticed that, Mom, when we're at our casinos in Vegas. They don't,
No,
they just, you're just a number. Pay for parking, pay for this, pay for that.
true.
Don't like it. I don't like it. So that's why we created a very, down to earth level, basic, simple, $200 one time email funnel builder. Boom, you can get in, you can upgrade at any time, just pay the difference. You have a mastery level at $500. You can always, of course, upgrade up into the next level and the next, and you get amazing things like side gig hustles. You're going to be able to get where the affiliate integration is, boom, just like that. Our Craigslist auto reply software, that is awesome. Like literally, we just did more training on that. Just recently, Craigslist is really hot, and you don't have to be a guy like this to actually make it happen on Craigslist. We have an auto reply software that actually gives you the copy. We have copy for it. And look, these guys just hey, I want to know more. I want to know more. That's pretty cool. They auto get the information. Now I want to back up to this point as with this auto response software, it is not a vacation reply. So a lot of people think, hey, that's cool. I can just put it on vacation reply and it will vacation reply eventually. This is built from the ground up, no white label. And this is software that we have proprietary rights over where it actually will auto reply to people if you post an ad. Now think about that power. You could be out the soccer games for your kids. You can be out driving across the country. You can be out watering the garden. This software will automatically reply with the information about Get Fearless on automation. It's super, super fun. And just like mom uses it all the time, we're out in, Vegas and we can have fun and we can go travel and visit other parts of the country and family. And we have this auto reply software. So
Well,
I
you
just
just
wanted to make
texted me
sure.
yesterday and you're like, oh my God, I just got another reply. Oh my God, I just got another.
Yeah.
So you had like five this over the weekend.
Hmm.
So I'm just like, yeah, see, I mean, it's like it's almost like it's addicting once you start generating leads and then you start generating sales and then the rest is history. And that's what I've loved about the system for 5 years. I
Absolutely. And
never
part
have
of
gotten
that,
sick of it once. You know what I mean? Because I'm always like doing different things. I've never had to program hop for the past ever since we relaunched it and have the 200, 500, 1,000, and 2,000 levels. You know what I mean? Like it's just for me, I'm just getting too old to constantly program hop and try to figure out what is the next one that's going to convert. So that's the reason why I just keep expanding and making this one better. You know, like I said, with the new TikTok training, I mean, it's amazing. You know, it's amazing. I already have 1,700 views on my one video that I just shared with my elite team today, for example. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff that I'm learning. Yeah, at
mhm.
57, I'm still learning this stuff. So if I can do it, you guys can do it.
Absolutely. And part of our side gig hustles, you guys will see existing members. If you always want to know where it's located, it's under the bonus hustle. And you will be able to actually take the online money and turn it into offline money. And this is where actually our biggest breakthrough we had with GFF was where people did find where we found, you have the storage wars, the American Pickers, the Pawn Stars, all of that, but they don't tell you where to go.
They don't tell you where to go.
They never will. And
Nope.
your competition then. And so we are actually creating our own competition, technically, and that's fine because this is great information for you. And you can get a hold of this to find items like this on great, great discount. So just wanted to mention that this is not just an online business. This is great information to actually expand your wealth, which is great. And then we get really, really where it's hot. Okay. Mom loves this level because she loves talking. I said I like talking, or I was talking a lot tonight. No, mom actually is truly a talkaholic. She makes a friend when she goes in the bathroom. She'll go to like Texas Roadhouse and come out and like, what? You just made a new friend? Yes, that's
Yeah.
mom. She's awesome
I
like
never
that.
used to be
So,
like that. I actually used to
yeah,
be very much an introvert. I
yeah.
want people to know that. Like when I was in school, I had to come out of my shell. It wasn't until I met my husband when I was 20 and we've been together for 35 years. And he told me, he says, "You know what?" He's just like, if you want to help people and you're just going to have to get out of your shell. You're going to have to stop being so shy. Did anyone know? I'm just going to tell a real quick story. I was actually working at a greenhouse when I met him and had a bunch of different jobs. Our first business together was a carpet cleaning business. But anyway, I was at the greenhouse and I was so shy that I couldn't quit on my own. I actually had to ask him to quit for me. I'm like, can you please quit for me? So it was just it's just sorry, it's just a funny story. I had to throw that in here tonight, but I literally had Bob quit for me. If anyone thinks that is pretty bad, like that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? But he's like, sure, I'll call him up. I'll quit for you, But the thing was is he made me feel this small in front of customers. Like he told me, well, Tammy, you don't know how to do this, or Tammy, you ever have anyone do that to you in your life? And you're just like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being pushed around by these bosses. And you know what? I made that decision. I made this decision 35 years ago. I said, I will not have anyone ever tell me what to do again. I hated it. I hated it. That's why I love working for myself. That's why I love teaching other people because I know what it feels like. I've always said to people, if I can kind of portray what I used to go through and feel that ick feeling of someone else telling you that you have to do this, you have to do that. I am so like, let's just go. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Get out of what you're doing because you don't have to take that. You don't have to take that BS from other people. You know what I mean? So I just want people to know that, yeah, I absolutely love the $1,000 level because the $1,000 level pays a lot of bills. You know, You get $1,000 pop. And did I mention again that it's member to member straight to you? So you don't have to go through my company. I'm not the one paying you out. I don't pay out. You guys collect the money. The $47 is what your customer pays first, and then they pay you. Okay. So we'll show that again. See, a lot of people still don't understand that you set up how you want to get paid in the back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was 20 years old, Kevin, and I was just like, you know what? This is not for me. I'm not going to work for anybody. So anyway, fast forward to here we are, and now we're teaching people internet marketing. And I've been doing this for 12 years, and I've taught many, many thousands and thousands of people how to do this online. Bella actually knows how to do internet marketing. That's our bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
And we do lots and lots of Zooms. I do like to talk, yes. Now the 2000 level, we're gonna get really excited about that. Obviously, let me just tell you real quickly, you guys can always go back to the person that brought you here and check out the 7-minute video again, listen to it. $1,000 level is amazing. It's got the mindset trainings and all this kind of stuff, right? Because most of us just don't believe that we deserve this kind of money. Let me tell you, get that out of your brain right now. You deserve a $2,000 sale. You deserve it. $2,000 sales are amazing. You might get that never. You might make them several times. So again, I cannot state any income claims here, and I never will. I will always make sure that we go over the income disclaimer. Okay, that's right on the website. But I just want you guys to know I put that back there purposely. Every single training that I have back there is on purpose because I've coached people for 12 years. And the number one thing that stops them is right here, the 6 inches between your ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's what stops people. Okay. So I just wanted people to know that here tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Mom.
I love
And
that.
with it,
Kevin said the easiest way to quit a job is go on lunch break and never go back. Yeah. Yeah. I
I love
literally didn't
that.
show up. And you know what? I mean, I just couldn't after someone told me that I'm stupid in front of a customer. I said, this is not for me. I am not going to work for anybody. You know what I mean? So I just never looked back. So, but yeah,
Absolutely.
there's a Lamborghini. And some people get excited with materialistic things. You know what? For me, I'm just happy that I have and raised two amazing kids, you know, and now another generation is coming. And to me, there's nothing more than being able to tell my children, listen, you don't have to worry about that, this or that. And that was one of the things that when we were raising Rob and Amanda, I would hear it all the time. I'd hear, no, we can't go to McDonald's. No, we can't afford this. We can't afford that. It's unfortunate, but we have been raised with stinking thinking. Okay.
Yes.
And it's just because it's generational. We have to break the generational gap. We have to break that generational,
Yep.
uh, what do you want to call that? Almost like a curse, right? You have to break that generational curse. And so that's the reason why we now have a 2000 level. And I love it because people are, they're enjoying the training. Rob did a chat GPT training on it, and we're going to have another one this month. I mean, it's phenomenal. And by the way, you can see all the trainings we record them, we put them in the back office. So now we're going to talk about the 2000 level. I'm excited because we just put a brand new TikTok training back there. I'm already sharing in my elite group in my chat that I have for the elite crew about what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So you actually get to see over the shoulder stuff that I do every single day. I don't know any other opportunity where they share that. I'm not sure if you can find it out
Yeah,
there.
the fearless, the elite 2K,
Hmm.
it just truly unlocks truly everything you need because when we go back to the beginning, a business in a box, I have always looked up that term because it's like, hey, okay, what is a business in a box? And it's like you get on there and it just doesn't make sense. You get on a webinar, you hear about it, and you're like, okay. Well, with here, I love because everything's laid out exactly how I wanted to learn the easy route. Like a lot of people, human beings, take the easy route. If you told someone right now, here's an easy route, literally the whole crowd's going to go to the right. But if you understood that if you were to just take some daily action, 1 hour a day, actual action like we teach and we hover over and say, hey, look, this is what we do, then that's when the true elite, that's hence the fearless elite, come into play. And I teach on ChatGPT. It's one of my favorite things ever, actually.
Yep.
So many people have downed that actual website. Wow, wow, wow. Shame on them, actually, because that AI right there has actually generated with my mom. And wow, it's insane. Some of the members. The reason why you guys even half the time get what you get from the generated images is because of ChatGPT. So I train on that, and that's awesome stuff.
Yeah, you
So
just
you're
did
gonna,
two recent images for the
yeah.
group Telegram
Hmm.
for the images for their stories, for their Facebook, and yeah, I love it. I love it when you use the Chat GPT, and it helps me if I get like a brain fog and I can't think of an email to send out in a day. I'll be like, oh, wait a minute, that's right. We have the Chat GPT.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've
I
been
use
using AI and I've been teaching my Supreme level members. I've been teaching them an extension that we have in the back office of GFF. Again, I can't, we got guests on here. So once they get in
mhm.
to the back, they're going to see what we're talking about. But like I literally use these tools. I literally use these tools. Okay. When I used to be a top affiliate for other companies and other member to member programs, like I'd ask the owner, I'd ask him a question. I'll never forget. Back into like 2012, 2013 range. I was top sponsor. I was flown out to Vegas. I'll just tell another story. I like telling stories. I was flown out to Vegas and I asked the company owner, well, what do you think is your best lead strategy? This is when I started asking questions, like Rob says, I like to talk. Well, I actually like to ask questions because that's how you learn.
Mhm.
If you don't ask questions, you're not going to learn. So I asked him, I said, so what's your favorite lead strategy? Because he was actually asking me the questions. How did you put 140 people in 2 months? How did you do this? And I said, well, I had a system. I had a capture page I drove traffic to, and then I followed up with him. Same thing we do here, right? He goes, I don't get it. Like, because he didn't get it. Why didn't he get it? Because he owns a network marketing company.
Yeah.
Most network marketing companies don't know what we're teaching you guys here tonight. They don't know the steps of the drive to trap, put up a Craigslist ad. I was doing the same things back then. I was running the solo ads. I was doing all that, right? So anyway, I've done it for every single company that I've been top sponsor with, which has been about 4 to 5 over my career. And they're just like, I don't know. They don't know. They create these systems, okay? They create these things. Think about this when you're looking and checking out an opportunity. Think of it. I have a 5 point checklist of what to look for when you're looking at a home-based business opportunity. Number one, does the owner get on to a Zoom? Are they transparent? That's my number one thing. I am, Rob is. So you're already check marked there. Number one, do they know how to teach lead generation? Do they know how to do these things? Are they going to
Mhm.
be there to support you if something and you have a question or you have a prospect? Are they going to help you onboard that? See what I mean? So anyway, we'll get through this and then we keep saying I have to tell these stories though, Rob. I just felt like sharing that tonight because it goes way
Mhm.
back to when I was the first, top sponsor. And they were just like, they were always asking me, the owners would ask me, how are you
Oh,
putting it?
I vividly remember
You
it. I
remember it?
remember. Yeah, it's actually insane behind the scenes stuff that you went through to put this together. I agree very much. Yeah. Yeah, with our postcard program as well here is pretty amazing. The resources we have,
Hmm.
the actual template stuff that we were taught by, and we have some really good stuff. One of our members on here, Kevin, he put together a lot of the stuff here. So thank you to him. He's
Yes.
actually a great, great value to our community. So props to him to help put this together, guys, because he didn't have to, but he did, and he did it for you guys, so you guys can make money as well
It's a
with
great
this. So,
step-by-step video that he has in the back office.
and it's very easy to upgrade into the 2000, very easy tonight as well. If you're on here and you're, a member and you're like, you know what, tonight's the night I am going to pull that trigger into the 2000 level. I would definitely do that because, you're only getting better and better, as you progress up to this top here. With the chat GPT, like I said, I got this training. This is like my top favorite thing. People think I'm like a nerd on Facebook, but honestly, ChatGPT has been my new true like passion because I can find that how like sometimes people ask you a question and it's just like, wait a minute, why didn't they Google that? That's what ChatGPT is kind of becoming because it's like you can actually ask it like a kindergarten. Like you can just go, okay, create me this, and it will actually create you that very thing. And that I actually teach on very well, and it's helped a lot of people. That's the $2,000 Fearless Robert training here. I have the top level training. Of course, we have our new thing tonight to announce. We have our TikTok training that is now added in the back office of Get Fearless. We have this. This is awesome. It's a great report and a great knowledge to go through with TikTok. And of course, that opens up the door for future stuff. We're going to be helping, throughout the community on this one. So this is nice, brand new. We have BBB strategies. So these are actually a secret treasure chest of strategies. We have video training inside that is just awesome. I mean, the traffic training, the YouTube, the Supreme level, every single level has some form of really good training. And now, of course, we want to see the money, right? The easy comp plan, $2,000, how to resell it. What we've done is we've automated yourself, right? We made it where we want to automate you to make the one-click funnel. We have, our payout structure here. Very simple process. We have where we never take in the money. It's peer-to-peer. You guys can use any of these to, facilitate that peer-to-peer transfer. We've perfected the sales funnel. We made it where it's one click, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but essentially you put your payment information. We give you examples to just quickly fill out. You place it in there, you click submit, you click one more time, continue, and you got a one-click funnel to automatically market just like that. Get Fearless Freedom. And you can, of course, use it, plug it in with our other stuff like the email system and all that. But very simple. We have a new 20-minute getting started video. Extremely simple. It's myself for 20 minutes exactly explaining how to set up Get Fearless Freedom. By the way, that works for your members where it's simple, automated. You don't have to have them in your inbox after they join you. Everything is hands-free, right? So we made it be able to be used to capture any lead for any program out there. Pretty cool. Of course, you've seen lead capture different pages that look like this, Windows 98. You're like, I don't want something that looks like that. I want something that looks clean and beautiful and easy to create. That's what we've done. We've made a campaign creator where you can create unlimited campaigns and capture pages. We have bridge page creators. You can make this, customized to your own personal liking. We have, of course, other examples that people use for other companies. We have, more automation. So the system, what we've done is our system versus others is we actually do close the sales, right? We do actually set up the members. So we have that. And we have the done for you email marketing. See, other systems have it where it's like you have to put a code in, an Aweber code, or you do this or create this or go to that system dot wherever, you have to, it's not all in-house. We made it all in-house. You get a paid email address, a part of your 47. You get the social media update images all the time, by the way. I'm always updating that file, always updating it. We have our callback lead center where, again, when they had those final thoughts and questions are ready to go, boom, there you go. Get that automated money to you guys. Of course, we have the phone number here. You guys seen before. The done for you email marketing. That's like, wow. I mean, we again have covered this, but this is truly unique. It's a secure API that connects into your GetResponse or Aweber. And on mom's behalf, she sends out an email. And with that email, she sends it right out and she's able to, on your behalf, so it acts like you, they actually will think it came from Christina. They'll actually think it came from Tony Bailey. They'll think it came from, Tony or, Robert or whoever, but it's actually my mom with her encrypted API sending those emails acting like you. And none of the leads are seen by us because it's an API. So it's pretty cool. And they look like this. They go out and mom's on all the lists, you guys, to see, hey, it went out. And I know when it goes out because my inbox starts getting full quick on Gmail. It's pretty funny, mom, when you send it out. But again,
Yeah.
it's sign up time, and with sign up time, it's different tonight. We have some amazing stuff I've been just itching to freaking get to. The Fearless Elite Treasure Trove, all the bonuses are included tonight. You do see this. It's, paid access, where you're getting into our school community. All members get the free Monday overviews. We have and of course, other stuff that we include in on the Mondays. Access to company co-ops. We just actually did a magazine co-op, and those folks that are at that elite level, that was pretty cool seeing what
Yeah, it
we're
took
gonna get.
eight people.
Eight
I
people,
cap
eight
it out.
people, right? Yep, a
Yeah, I try
small
to
little
cap it out at
classroom.
8. Yeah, because every time I do an offline co-op, I don't want like a bunch of people in it. So I usually cap it off at like 8. So it's gonna run for about 2 months. So
Hmm.
so the next one that's available, and if anyone's interested in it, I can do another co-op because there's plenty of publications that we have in the back office and underneath resources. So if anyone wants to do another one, hey, just let me know.
Hmm.
I mean, there's so many places to advertise. Again, we're not having to go door to door like we used to have to, myself and my husband, in order to strum up mortgage broker business. Does anyone on here, did anyone ever do mortgages or mortgage broker? Because it used to irritate me to think, wow, where are we going to find the next deal? There was no actual place to, besides the newspaper and the penny saver and the, phone book. We had to always advertise. My advertising budget, I believe, was about 8,000 a month. I think it was 8 grand.
It was
Any
up there.
anyone ever? Yeah. Does anyone ever remember? Like when people ask me, well, how much do you spend a month now? I'm just like, most of it's free. Zoom's free. I've invited plenty of people here tonight. I'm live on my YouTube. YouTube channel's free. Like I installed an extension. It's very reasonable every month, but people don't realize that it's actually really, really reasonable to generate leads online. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Is the co-op just at the 2000 level? Well, I have other marketing if you wanted to get into any other level. I have, like I'm going to talk about tonight is some click traffic because I love it. I'm going to share my
Yeah,
screen real quick. But yeah, let Rob finish. But yeah, the co-ops, I would prefer to have people at the top level just so they have all the training, to go through all the training. So the
mhm.
ones that are in the co-op are all elite. Yeah, there's 8 people. So we had a slew of people upgrade. It was crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, Rob,
Along with it,
yeah,
so
I was just
along with
gonna
it,
say what Rob's showing is a $75 discounted traffic for 100 clicks. Like if you join tonight at any level, you can get discounted traffic, for example, for 100 clicks and it's $75, Tony. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to company co-ops. I can run traffic anytime, but the actual offline strategies and things like that are available and the elite level have the knowledge on that. So
exactly. So this is where it gets truly what I promised. This is going to have to be one of the biggest things we've ever done in the community. Um, and this is our one more thing. And with the bonuses that, you stuck till the end, this is where it truly creates, what do I call it? A precedence,
time of the essence too, though.
time time of the essence.
We
This
don't
is
have many of them.
limited. This is limited, and
Very
this is
limited.
for only action takers that are instant. Tonight we're gonna lay it out a little bit,
How
throughout the
many
days to
spots do
come.
we have? We're gonna do it by spots. So it's not a time, it could go anytime. Like we're not gonna
Yes.
stay a week. It could literally only have literally five, right? If we
Yeah,
hold it five.
roughly about five.
Five. Okay.
Five, yeah.
Okay.
So what we're doing here is something different. We have these, obviously, we have these, incredible different bonuses, and we have the ability to get hats and silver. What we've done is something. I've put a curtain on front, so this is actually not what you guys are here for. This is what you're here for. At the $2,000, when you join, these are limited spots. At the $2,000 level, you get a $350 Chromebook value. It's a Google Chrome book. It's a 14-inch touchscreen IPS LED display, 1080p. It's going to be preloaded with your Get Fearless Freedom setup. That means that you are going to be working with me with your information that you give. I'm going to be on your behalf, and I'm going to load everything that you ever need for Get Fearless Freedom, and you have it right here. Now, these laptops are available for the $2,000 level. And it's incredible. It's incredible value. It's fast action, people that take it.
For
And
the
these are
next five.
sponsor next five. This is sponsor based. This is, sponsors. You're gonna have to come talk to me and how it would work because it's always. But tonight we have where this Google Chromebook. This is awesome. I was in person today, and I bought it. And I bought, we have more lined up that we have in our arsenal. Like here, you can see. But these Chromebooks right here, they're awesome. I mean, you can go and you can search the web. You have a full business. There's no excuse because it's a fully working laptop
Did he
for your
say
Get
he's
Fearless Freedom.
literally gonna set it up for you guys? He's literally
Yes.
gonna have the ship to you with everything on it for GFF. Okay,
Yes, everything. And by
everything.
the way, this has a Zoom, like the Zoom app, right? So it has a built-in Zoom app. It's Chrome OS, which I'm a Mac guy and I'm promoting this. So this is so cool because you have everything. It's an internet-based laptop and you don't need nothing more. Actually, a lot of people think, for my usage, I actually do need very, very high-end computers because I do a lot of that work. I do a lot of computing and stuff. But for
Yep.
you guys, for this,
For current members, make sure you're getting back personally to people that you've invited here tonight and say, listen, this is the bonus. You got to join soon, like now, because they're only going to give out five. So we're excited about this.
It gets
Yes.
better than this. So it not only we have this, of course, the $2,000. We also have a bonus at the $1,000 level. So at the $1,000 level, you will get one of these, an Apple. Here they are, HomePod Mini. It's a HomePod Mini. It's perfect for, music or anything you want to listen to. It's got 360 stereo audio. It's got Siri built in, touch control at the top. It's very colorful, lights up and stuff. It's compact and portable. And you're getting that, and it's $100+ value if you join tonight. And of course, the spots that we have at the $1,000 level. So we have that as a bonus as well. So it even gets where we get to down to the $500 level. These are silver piece dollars. Okay. 1922 to 1925. The dates are going to range and they're going to be random. These are over 100+ years old. Amazing to think, 100+year-old coin that you have in your hand.
Like holding them.
They're
Yeah.
brilliant, uncirculated. They look practically brand new. Like for being 100 years old, I wish I looked that good, right? So that's what you're getting at the $500 level. And again, limited spots. But we have these for action taking bonuses. We have what you saw here. We have the Fearless Elite Treasure Trove, where you get, the access to their school. You're getting access to the company co-op stuff, and we have our traffic and the one-click funnel and all that stuff. But like where it really gets hot is this. I mean, you have a complete business in a box. You have a Chromebook. This little guy, I was playing around with it today. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool because you can have,
I couldn't
your
get him out of
Zoom.
the store. I said, we have a Zoom in a couple hours, and that's why
hmm It's perfect and
yeah,
compact. It's got the USB C. It's got,
absolutely.
all the different, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. 14 inches, that's perfect for any visual eyesight or, if you're like, hey, I don't know, it's too small, 14 inches. I have a MacBook M3 Pro 14 inch and I personally love it. So that 14 inches is perfectly doable. So yeah, Chromebook. I mean, these guys are awesome. It would be loaded with everything. So that is the fast action bonus for the $2,000 level. Again, the $1,000 level, you get one of those guys. And again, I wanted to show you, here is the Chromebook right here. This is the Chromebook. Here it is. I got it. Let me try to get there it is. My little guy right here. It's a Lenovo, which is a good brand, by the way. That's coming from Apple guy. And those are very good. So we have that. Of course, we have our little mini home pod. Oh man, these guys crank out some audio. Talk about getting pumped up before a Get Fearless Zoom and you're inviting
There you
people.
go.
Yeah, there you
That'll be
go.
exciting.
Cool. And then of course we have our silver piece dollars, which these are, brilliant uncirculated coins. So let's talk about money again. We have Mom, if you want to take over from what, the
Yeah, who
sign
thinks
up
these are
process.
exciting? Who thinks this is exciting? I know I am like super pumped about this. So obviously, like I said, members, you guys can go back to anyone that you've invited here tonight and let them know what the bonuses are. You'll want to talk to Rob, because he's the one that's going to actually implement in the limited supply. But honestly, and we're going to do this. Like I said, it's just something that we're just like super excited about. We want people to be able to take off really, really fast. But yeah, it's really honestly, it's going to be a business in a box set up for you. So I'm just really super excited about it. I'm going to share, everybody wants to know kind of what I'm doing to put so many leads onto my list and how I'm cranking out these sales all the time. And I've been doing this for 12 years. So it's a little bit of a learning process. Okay. I just want people to know. But if let's say, and it's ouch because it's happened a couple times. Let's say you're not at the 2000 level, and I love to close high ticket sales. So let's just say you're not, which a lot of people on here are, but let's just say you're not, and all of a sudden a sale goes whizzing by. You're going to lose $1,000. Of course, you can work it out with your sponsor, do all sorts of things, but I just want you guys to know that when you start, and especially with this 90-day kickoff that we're doing here tonight, that's another reason why we're doing special bonuses. I just want people to be able to get up and running fast. Remember, there's a 200 level, a 500 level, okay, 1,000 and a 2,000. All right. So if you want to close your own sales, you can do that. A lot of people do it. Plenty of people do. You won't have to pay 20%. But if you really, really want to get your business going, you want to actually collect your own leads. Okay. Where's that one slide, Rob? I'll show you guys the difference. So when I first started working online, I didn't realize that the better the capture page, the more people onto my list. So if you're using a really crappy capture page, not to put any capture pages down out there, I'm a little biased because I've seen my numbers, right? I mean, I've seen my numbers, right? I'm proving it all the time. But I just want people to know that if you're gonna use another capture page, then you won't really want to try this technique because it won't work. It won't work very well. Okay. So Rob's showing like a capture page like that. And there's some capture pages out there that look like they just put them together like on WordPress, and people can pick that up. And you're not going to get a lot of people if you like run click traffic. You're not. It's just a learning lesson that you'll have to go through if you don't want to believe me here tonight. You'll just have to go through it. Okay. So if you're going to use a page like this, just expect maybe 10, 15%, maybe 20 tops. If you're going to use a page that's like up in the left-hand corner, right? If you're going to just use an Aweber capture page and you're going to try to get around all this, I don't know if anyone's ever heard you step over the dollars to get to the dimes, right? So anyway, you want to get Fearless Freedom at least at the 200 level so you can start actually generating a lot of leads, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys one of my highest converting capture pages, okay? And I'll share my screen, Rob. And again, you guys can follow along with my 90-day challenge here. And this is what I do every time. Every time I do a 90-day challenge, this is what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this live on my YouTube channel. One second. I think I might actually take this down right now. I'll keep recording it, but I don't think I better share